Look, in the US, you tip 15 to 20%.
20%! 20% is crazy!
Don't try to buy alcohol unless you're 21 or cigarettes unless you're 18 or over in the US.
In Europe, everyone's an alcoholic at the age of 16. Hi YouTube! Welcome to another video! Today we're watching Visit America, The Don'ts of Visiting the USA by Walter's World. I haven't visited America. I am German. Maybe one day I will visit America. I want to. I definitely want to one day. Yeah, let's just see what he has to say. I'm very curious about different. Maybe I'll get a culture shock. Maybe not. We're gonna see. Yippee!
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in Mystic, Connecticut, in a beautiful place here in the U.S. And today what we have for you are the don'ts of visiting the U.S. because anywhere you go in the world, there's things you should do, but there's also things you shouldn't do.
Yes.
And this video is going to just cover the U.S. in general, okay? And our first don't for when you visit the U.S. is don't touch the Americans. Look, Americans...
Okay, but wait, I actually didn't know that. Honestly, I thought it was the other way around. I thought, I don't know why, but I thought they didn't care that much about personal space.
Really like their personal space. It's like they have a bubble around them, and if you get too close to them, they feel very, 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 very uncomfortable, okay?
No, but that's very valid. I mean, I would also feel uncomfortable.
Okay, so make sure you give them a little distance when you are there, because I know when I go to Italy and Spain and stuff, be like, Mark, how's it going on this stuff? And my American friends sometimes go, wow, they're really, really affectionate.
Okay, I guess, yeah, Southern Europe is different, right?
Just how it is. Here, space is key. The second don't I have for you is don't count on public transportation.
Oh, I
Look,
heard
when
that.
we were in China and we were throughout Europe and South America, we took buses and trains and planes and all kinds of stuff to get all over the place because public transport is really developed. Here in the U.S., you cannot count on public transport to get you a lot of places. Yes, in big cities like New York and Chicago and stuff like that, you can get around with public transport and it'll take you where you want to go. But a lot of towns, small towns especially, and middle-sized cities, the public transportation networks are not very good.
Wait, but so as a tourist, do I just have to take an Uber all the time? Or can I mean, I don't have a driver's license, but if I had a driver's license, if I had a German driver's license, would I be allowed to drive a car in the U.S.? I'm wondering.
Right? Sometimes it's not very safe. So that is kind of a frustrating thing. So yes, you're going to probably have to rent a car when you come here, okay? So just have a heads up for that. And that kind of leads into the next don't I have for you is don't underestimate the size of the U.S. The United States, it's, continental U.S. is like continental Europe. It's huge. I mean, would you think of driving from...
I'm pretty sure the U.S. is bigger than Europe, right? I cannot imagine. Because there's also a lot of space of just fields and the desert. The US is definitely huge. I mean, come on.
Well, I'm gonna go from Lisbon to Paris and then go up to Tallinn and then head down to Sofia. No, you're like, that is insanely far. It's the same thing when you come to the U.S. I meet a lot of travelers that are like, oh, I'm going to fly into New York, grab a car, drive down to Miami to see Miami Beach, and then head over to L.A. I'm like, dude, you got 2 weeks? You're going to spend the entire time in cars.
Exactly. I'm wondering, what would I do? I would definitely like to visit multiple places in the U.S., but I guess you have to fly, probably. I mean, unless you want to do a road trip.
Distances here are insane. So what I recommend is picking a region. So, we're going to stay here in New England and see New England. Or we're going to go in the southeast, go to Atlanta and Savannah and Charleston, things like that, or visit the West Coast. You do that to get a better idea of the culture there and things like that, but also it's just the logistics things because it's so far between the places.
I mean, if you think about it, some states are as big as other countries, right? If you compare Texas to Germany. I think Texas is bigger than Germany. So I think that it makes a lot of sense to just pick like one area and just like, focus on that, I guess.
And to go along with that, for Americans, a 3 to 4 hour drive, that's a day trip. Like my parents live 3 hours away. I will literally get up, go drive, have lunch with my mom, and then drive back home just for lunch. 6 hours in the car. No big deal. It's about 7 hours when we start to think, that kind of is a long drive. And we drive the entire way through.
Oh my God.
Okay, this isn't like, I must stop every 2 hours and have a 15-minute break. Oh, no. No.
Oh
we
my
drive
God.
all the way through, okay? Now, my next...
I hate that. I'm not good with driving or like, just being in a car that is driving. I get really bad motion sickness. It really drains me. 7 hours is long. 3 hours is also long, or 4 hours, but holy shit.
Don't for you when you come here is don't think that the sticker price is the end price. Look, in the U.S. we have sales tax. I know other countries they have VAT, value-added taxes. They're already put into the price of products. So when you see, it's $1 or €1, I only pay €1.
Yeah.
In the U.S. it is not like that. We have sales.
I hate that because I need to calculate.
Sales tax, so a certain percentage is added onto that product. And the thing is, I cannot tell you what the sales tax will be where you're going to travel because it's different everywhere. Cities, states, counties, different products have different sales taxes. And some products don't have sales taxes. Some cities don't have sales taxes. Some have 10% sales tax.
What?
It can be different anywhere you go. So if you're going...
Why not just put it on the thingy? Why not just put it on the price tag immediately? So I know.
Want to go get your dollar menu item at a McDonald's or a Culver's or a wherever, it's not going to be $1. Where I live, there's 2 cities right by where I live. One, it's going to be $1.08. The other one, it's going to be $1.09. So be ready for that. And it's not just the sales tax. Also, there could be the tipping on top. And that leads us into the 5th don't, and that is don't forget to tip. Look, in the U.S., you tip 15 to 20%.
20%! That's another fifth. If you buy food for $20, you pay 20. Oh my God, wait, the math is mathing. 24. You pay $24, right? Holy shit. 20% is a lot. Okay, if you guys want to know about tipping culture in Germany, in Germany at restaurants we do tip. It's not mandatory. You don't have to tip, but I feel like it's polite. It's polite to tip. But it's usually like just to like maybe round up to the next like 5 or 0, if you know what I mean. It's not as much. 20% is crazy.
At a sit-down restaurant, okay? Now, McDonald's, stuff like that, no, you don't tip at a fast food place, but it's a sit-down restaurant where they bring you your food and stuff like that, you will tip them 15 to 20%. If you are in a group of 6 people or more, sometimes they automatically put the gratuity on there, which sometimes can be 18% or something like that. Look, when you come to the U.S., there's a reason why the food is like so affordable. You're like, wow, it's cheap to go out and eat in the U.S. It's because there's kind of this understanding that the service fees and paying for the workers and the waitresses.
Oh wait, what did it say? If you don't tip at a restaurant, do not go back to that restaurant because they will remember that you didn't tip. Uh-oh. Are they gonna do something to your food? Uh-oh. I mean, I get it. If it's like normal, if it's normal, I guess it makes sense. Because I heard it's like the wage of the waiters, right? Or like a big part of the wage. So makes sense, but holy shit.
It's because there's kind of this understanding that the service fees and paying for the workers and the waitresses and stuff like that, that goes on to you, the person eating there, with the tips.
Yeah.
So the food and stuff can be cheaper when you go out to eat. And I know a lot of people say, I don't believe in tipping and this tipping isn't the right thing. They should pay their people more. Well, if you want to pay more for your food, they can do that. But they don't, okay? So tipping is something we do here in the U.S., so do tip that 15 to 20%. Oh, also...
I mean, that's the thing, since, it's like the culture there, right? So if you don't do it, like, I mean, I don't like the system. I think it's kind of, I don't like it personally if I think about it, but if I go to the US, of course I'm gonna tip because it's your guys's, you know, it's your culture, and I'm gonna I'm gonna respect that, right? That just makes sense. I think if you don't tip just because you're like, oh, I don't believe in it, that's just rude if you're a tourist.
If you're at a bar and you're buying drinks, you're going to want to tip a couple dollars here and there. Otherwise, the bartender might not be too quick to come back and get you your next drink. So falling off of those tips, what you need to realize is our next don't is don't be freaked out by the over-the-top service and free stuff you sometimes get in the U.S. Look, because of tipping and commissions and stuff like that, yes, there is a lot of over-the-top service here. But the thing is, in the U.S.,
But also that's not a bad thing, I think. I mean, I don't know how it's like, but, you know, if people are just nice and stuff, that's good.
people actually are pretty nice and they want to help
Yeah.
people. And sometimes for some travelers, if they come from countries where people don't get a lot of service sometimes, it can be a bit much, so don't freak out about it. Also with that is don't be freaked out with some of the free stuff you get when you go to restaurants. Look, if you go to a restaurant and they bring you bread and water or chips and salsa and all those really good things, that's included in your meal. Okay, so if you're going to be buying something, they're going to give you some free stuff. It might be some bread, it might be
Free handcuffs if you drink and drive. Oh, hell yeah, yippee! No, but like, I know when I went to Italy, they also had those like breadsticks and stuff. But yeah, free chips and stuff. I mean, you know, if you get a lot of food, it also makes sense to like pay more, I guess. That might make sense.
salad, it might be water, it might be something like that. So don't be
Also,
like,
oh my god, you guys, water in Germany, normal water in Germany. A lot of times, usually at restaurants, isn't free. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it's not free. Well, no, like normal water. I think you could technically ask for tap water, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't have the balls to ask for that. Because Germans can be kind of rude, and I'm scared when people are rude.
shocked when like, wait, I didn't order this bread, I didn't order this salad. Oh no, that comes with your meal, okay? Now the thing
Whoa,
is though,
extra
you can't just
salad.
go in and get chips and salsa and walk out, all right? You actually have to order some food when you go there.
No, that
Now my
makes
next don't for you is don't smoke cigarettes in the US. If you're smoking cigarettes in the US, people will look at you like you're trying to kill their baby.
Wait, really?
Cigarettes is like totally verboten, like people really frown upon it.
Wait, really? You guys really hate it? I mean, I don't smoke, right? I've never smoked, but cigarettes here, very, very normal. Very, very normal. Like, what?
Which is funny because when they talk about marijuana and stuff like that, people don't seem to care as much. But cigarettes, oh, you're trying to kill my baby with that cigarette 2 blocks away. So if you do smoke, make sure you try to find a place where you can smoke because a lot of restaurants, or pretty much all restaurants, hotels, stuff like that have smoke-free. It's smoke-free. So you got to go like 15 to 20 feet away from doing things. So that can be something. So I've come
my
here outside my
God.
favorite liquor store to give you the next don't. And that is don't try to buy alcohol unless you're 21 or cigarettes unless you're 18 or over in the US. They will
Wait, so you could technically smoke before you can drink? I wonder why. Why do you guys like your law on alcohol is a lot stricter, I feel like. I mean, obviously a lot stricter than in Europe. In Europe, everyone's an alcoholic at the age of 16. I'm kidding, but as I said, like in Germany at least, you're allowed to drink like wine and beer at 16, and then at 18, you're allowed to drink spirits like vodka and stuff. But yeah, that's I was always like wondering about that. 21 plus.
not sell them to you. And the thing is, don't forget your ID because if you look like you're 40 or under, they may ask you for that, and don't get mad at them
Oh, we
because
have
if they
that too,
don't
though.
ask, they could get in trouble and get fined. So don't be surprised because we've had friends that have come here, tried to buy alcohol, and they're like, "Sorry, you don't look old enough." Oh, I don't have my ID. Too bad. And
Imagine he gets ID'd. He definitely looks over 21, right? But yeah, we have like IDing too.
The thing is, it's not just the person buying. They might ask anybody with you, so make sure everybody has their ID if they want to buy liquor, or they want to buy, well, they want to buy alcohol, or if they want to buy cigarettes. So
No, that makes sense though, because you might buy for the other person next to you, right? And maybe they're like not old enough.
just FYI on that one. Oh, that's also another don't I have for you is don't bother with a metric system when you come here. We don't use meters. We don't use kilometers. We don't use liters.
What the fuck is a kilometer? Okay, but I'm sorry, I do not know. I don't know miles. I don't know pounds. Actually, I do know pounds. I think 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. But I don't know feet. I don't know any of that.
It is inches, feet, miles, gallons, pounds, things like that. And I'll put a conversion chart here to show you. But
Thank you. Yeah, 1 pound. Okay. 1 yard, 0.9 meters. Why don't you just use 1 meter? Oh, god damn it. The imperial system. Very silly. Very silly.
honestly, you may say, hey, how far is it to this next town? And they'll tell you, oh, it's like 60 miles. You're like, what's that? Just know 60 miles, it's about 100 kilometers, okay? So just
Oh my god. Someone telling me that, and I'm just gonna like get out my phone and ask Google how much 60 miles is. Like, what the heck? I don't think I could ever like memorize the imperial system. Well, I'm not using it, right? I don't use it. So, yeah. But god damn it. Why don't you guys switch to metric?
do that because the people here won't get it. I mean, I have people, when I'll tell them, oh, it's 100 meters away, they're like, 100 meters? It's like 100 yards. Oh, okay. So make sure you do know your imperial system, okay? Because metric,
I do not.
we don't do that so much
don't
here.
know it.
So our
I
next
don't
don't is when
know.
you do come to the U.S., there's a couple things you don't talk about, okay? One is gun control, and two is politics, because no matter where you are, you will get people on either side of the spectrum, and they will have an
mean, that's
argument
very
with you.
fair,
So it's
right?
best just to lay off those topics, talk about the weather. Oh, wouldn't it be nicer if it was sunny today and we could go sailing? Yes, that would be much better than discussing gun control or
Sailing.
politics. Just putting that one out there for you right now.
I don't know. Isn't that also for everywhere? I mean, I guess unless you know the person well, I feel like you don't want to talk to random people about politics. I think, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't necessarily want to get into arguments with random people.
And my next note for you is don't assume that all the U.S. and all the Americans are the same. Because I know a lot of people say, oh, you're a typical American. Well, it's like saying you're a
What?
typical European. Look, the U.S. has all kinds of different cultures, all kinds of different people, all kinds of different topography and scenery and stuff like that. And when you come here, don't assume it's all the same. You
Am I a typical European to you guys?
will see regional differences in cuisines and how people treat each other and how everything looks, all kinds of stuff. So don't just think there's just one kind of American. They're all fat, slobby guys with ponytails. No, there's actually a lot of skinny people in America too, not just fat guys like me and my buddy.
Bruh! Don't put yourself down, Mr. Walter. It's okay.
Jeff. There are those. So don't assume it's all the same, all right? So do go out and explore. And that's why I always say is if you're going to come to the U.S., go and explore different regions because you'll get a really different feel. Because going to the southeast and seeing the plantation homes and going to see the southern towns down there versus going to the northwest and Seattle and Portland or going to San Francisco or going to the Midwest with Chicago and Milwaukee, you're going to have a very different feel, which is really a cool thing to do. And you start to understand is, wow, the U.S. does have a lot of different cultures within it, a lot of different feelings when you go around here. And following on with that, I guess I would say another don't is don't assume there's no culture in the U.S. because there are a lot of cultural centers out there. If you
Yeah, I never understood that sentence because, like, of course, the U.S. has culture. I mean, if you just think about it, how like different Americans and Europeans are, for example, right? I never understood that. Like everywhere there are people, there's culture, right?
Go down to New Orleans, you see a very rich culture there. You go to New York or Boston. Here in New England, you have a very distinct culture. In the Midwest with Chicago,
I know.
Milwaukee. You go to the West Coast. I mean, there's a lot of different culture here. Historic culture with the Native Americans, or more recent culture here. I mean, you have all that here.
Isn't that that's a European painting though? No. But it's okay. It's okay. I agree with him. Obviously, I agree with him.
You can really take in, and saying there's no culture in the U.S., it's not really true, because there are all these different cultural centers with great museums like the Art Institute of Chicago or the Met in New York, the Getty in LA. There's all kinds of stuff you can see and do when you are here. For a cultural trip, it's not just seeing beautiful landscapes and seascapes like we are here in Connecticut. There's a lot more to it than that. Now,
Also, U.S. food, guys. U.S. food. I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued by trying everything. If I ever go to the U.S., I'm gonna come back 10 kilo heavier, or like, what is it, 20 pounds. Maybe that's a bit much. Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Next stone for you is one that I kind of get a lot of questions about. We actually have a video on this, and then that is, don't think that how are you or how's it going is actually a question. Look, when we say how's it going, how are you, these kind of things in the US, it's not a question, it's a statement. It's like saying hi. Okay, just take it as a hi. Because a lot of people say this, everyone asks me how I'm doing. When I try to tell them how I'm feeling, they're like, well, I was just saying how are you. Here, how are you is just hi. Think of it that way. It's like in France. Say,
Hi, how are you? And then, oh, wait. Okay. I feel like I'd feel weird. I'd feel weird if I didn't answer though. Wait, I feel like that's something I would just do automatically. Wait! When people come into my stream chat and ask, "Hi, how are you?" Am I not supposed to reply? Am I not supposed to reply? Oh no, wait. Have I been doing this wrong the whole time? Oh no!
Ça va? How's it going? How's it going? We're good to go. In Portuguese, tudo bem, everything good. You answer back, tudo bem, everything good. It's just, how are you? How are you? You move on, okay? So don't think it's an actual question, all right?
Oh, I always, when someone asks how are you in my chat, I always answer. I feel like I'm not polite if I don't answer. You know what I mean? I wonder, but I guess does it matter if I answer? Is it weird? I guess it's probably a little weird, right? If I answer how I am. Okay.
Now, another don't I have for you is don't expect a lot at the fancy hotels. You know, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to pay more money for this hotel. I'm probably going to get nicer stuff, like a nicer breakfast, better Wi-Fi. Oh, no. For some reason in the U.S., it seems like the nicer the hotel, the more you have to pay for the things that you think would be free, like Wi-Fi and breakfast. So don't feel like you have to stay at the fancy hotels, because honestly, if you're going to be going out and exploring, you just need a couple beds, right?
Oh! Don't be surprised if your hotel doesn't have a 13th floor. I mean, 13 is also like an unlucky number here.
So stay at the hotels in the U.S. and the cheaper ones will give you free Wi-Fi, free breakfast, all these kind of things, which is really nice. So
wait, imagine you pay $200 for your hotel room and don't even get free breakfast? What the heck?
So don't expect that from the fancy hotels.
What the heck?
Another don't I have for you is don't skip out on the local food. Look, we're here in New England. We're here in Connecticut. We've been having lobster and clams and oh my God, New England clam.
I want to have real tacos so bad. Like, there isn't a lot of Mexican food out here. So I haven't had a chance to eat a lot of like tacos or stuff like that. But I really like it. I really love it. So I want to try like authentic Mexican food really bad.
Oh, my tummy is just like more. It's fantastic. When I'm in the South, man, Southern fried chicken, mac and cheese, barbecue. Oh my God. The food in the different regions in the U.S. are great. So don't just go to chain restaurants. When you go to your hotel, ask them, hey, what's some local restaurants around here? What's some locally owned and operated restaurants so you can go there and check out those places because they really give you a great experience. And I find a lot of times those ones actually have better service than the chain restaurants because it's a mom and pop place where the owner is the ones helping you out, and that is really kind of a cool thing. Now my next
I'm getting hungry. What the heck? Oh, that looked so good.
stone for you is don't get sick. Look.
Oh.
Healthcare in the U.S. is insanely expensive. And
I've heard that. But how do I prevent that? Because sometimes it's just, being unlucky. Am I allowed to like take medication? I'm not sure.
just because you come from another country doesn't mean they're not going to find you for the bill. All right.
Oh,
So if you're going to be coming
no.
here, make sure you get travel insurance or trip insurance. So in case you do get sick or you do break an ankle or you do break an arm or something
Bruh, no, not the breaking an arm.
happens to you, your insurance will cover it. Now you might have to pay it first and your insurance pays you back, but at least you'll get something back because healthcare here in the U.S. is insanely expensive, okay? So make sure you're prepared for that. And I guess my last
Oh
note
my
I'm going to have for
God.
you is one that people actually got mad at me for when I lived in other countries when I told them the U.S. has 50 states. And they said, no, the U.S. has 52 states. Look, don't think the U.S. has 52 states. The U.S. has 50 states, okay? Just a heads up on that one. I'm sure that people are going to be commenting down below that when I was in school, they told me 52. No, there's 48 on the mainland, and then Alaska and Hawaii are 49 and 50, all right?
Wait, but why was it 52? Was that like in the past? Wait, what?
So, those are our don'ts for visiting the U.S.
what?
What are some of the don'ts
Wait.
you have for the U.S.?
Wait,
Because I know there's
why?
more out there. I just want to get some of these out there to help out travelers heading to the U.S. just so we can get things going. Anyway, if you like videos like this, we have stuff on what the don'ts
I
of going to Russia, the don'ts of
did.
going to Germany, the don'ts of going to Brazil and things like
Should I can fact check the Germany one, you guys. Should I?
And we really like helping travelers with honest travel advice. So if you like this video, do click that subscribe button. It means a
Yeah,
lot
that
to us,
was
and we put new travel
fun.
videos out every Wednesday and Saturday to help great travelers just like you. So I'll say bye from Connecticut and have a great time in the U.S. because don't worry, you will.
Bye-bye.
It's a fantastic place.
Bye bye. Wait, but I'm so confused about the 52 stars, 52 states. Alright, but very interesting. One day, Chad. One day, you guys. One day I'm gonna visit the US, okay? And I'll try all the food. I'll try all of it. And yeah, I'll tell you about it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you did. Subscribe to Walter's World as well. He has more travel content, as he just said, and yeah, maybe I'll watch this one. What do you guys think? I think it could be very fun. But yeah, thank you everyone. Come over to Twitch to watch me live, and yeah, bye YouTube, bye bye.